Suburban Sentinel here with another policy-oriented video. As many of you know, the state of New York has recently passed some egregious and probably unconstitutional firearms restrictions. And for those of you unfamiliar with them, I will put a link to a summary of the new legislation below. However, the fight for gun rights in the Empire State is certainly not over, and our brothers and sisters in the state of New York badly need our help. Remember that New York does not exist in a vacuum. Other states throughout the nation will almost undoubtedly consider New York's law in reviewing their own legislative initiatives. Also remember that some of the lawmakers in the state of New York have aspirations for a national political office. New York could very well be a pilot hole in the government's initiative to drill out all of our Second Amendment rights nationwide. Therefore, New York's fight is our fight. So how do we help our brethren in New York? Well, there's a lot of things we can do. We can sign petitions and we can keep up the fights in our own states. But one of the most important things we can do on behalf of the state of New York is to provide financial support. Money alone will not reestablish Second Amendment rights to the citizens of the state of New York. However, money can be a highly useful instrument in our fight to regain gun rights in the state of New York and preserve gun rights in the rest of the country. Civil suits in court are one of the primary means of challenging the constitutionality of existing law. And of course, these civil suits are very expensive to prosecute. Therefore, our money can be put to good use in civil court in the state of New York. There will be some brave New Yorkers who openly defy the new gun legislation, and the state will more than likely prosecute these patriots. Our money can be put to very good use in helping to pay for criminal defense attorneys to, again, help challenge the validity of the new law. Our money would also be well spent in supporting freedom-loving candidates for the New York State legislative races. Conversely, we can use our funds to help New Yorkers vote out candidates who are hostile to freedom and don't support the Second Amendment. When the thieves on Wall Street or some neo-fascist ivory tower limousine liberal want something on the legislative agenda, they get 10 of their friends to donate $1 million apiece towards the cause. But we can do better. Rather than getting 10 people to donate $1 million apiece, we can get 1 million people to donate $10 apiece. Now, the numbers are the same. Either way, it's $10 million. The difference is, with the latter strategy, it's 1 million votes, not just 10 votes. And that is a very powerful incentive to the legislators. So where should we send money? Honestly, I'm not really sure at the moment. These civil and criminal challenges plus the legislative battles are just starting to coalesce now. The only thing I can say with some degree of confidence is that we should use existing channels to get the most bang for the buck, so to speak. Perhaps the NRA or the Gun Owners of America or some similarly situated organization can help provide some direction and logistics support for distributing funding. I'm going to have to do some more research, and I'll make a follow-up video, probably more than one follow-up video for this effort. The most important thing to do right now is to get started. We need to begin some fundraising and get as many people involved as possible. The size of the donation is not nearly as important as the number of donors. There are many ways to raise money, and these are limited only by your imagination. I've already started my own little grassroots fundraising campaign. I'm actively soliciting donations of spent brass cases from the ranges I use. After collecting a significant amount of these brass cases, I will either sell the brass or auction it and donate the proceeds to the cause. My little brass collection project is dedicated to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who so conveniently spearheaded the New York gun control legislation through the state legislature with no public comment or debate. I call this little project Kiss My Brass. So let's get as many people as we can involved in the fight. Let's raise some money and have some fun doing it as well. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please subscribe and be on the lookout for follow-up videos with more detailed information and research. Thanks for watching. Shoot safely, everybody.